BB Catering, go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, BB Catering.
So I wanted to ask, what's a business that is good for a seeker? I'm 7.
Now, let me quickly clarify something.
Okay.
Yes, there are businesses that are compatible with different numbers. But it does not necessarily mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that it must be those businesses that you do. So let's assume, for instance, as a 7, that you are in banking. The typical businesses or career paths for somebody with the nature of a 7 are education, tech, the medical field.
Okay.
But it does not mean that you cannot be an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean you can't work in the bank. Because the goal is for you to nurture that nature in you as a seeker and bring that natural inclination to seek and investigate into what you are doing. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. So if you don't find yourself in the fields, in the career fields that are in principle compatible with your number, what you are meant to do is to bring that nature into anything you are doing. So as a 7, you nurture your nature for seeking and investigating and researching, and then you bring that into your business, whatever business you do. Or in an organization that you are, you bring it into that organization. You contribute that authentic gift and skill that you have into the organization, and people will begin to notice you. No, this is somebody that we need to keep. You become an asset to that organization. That's the way it works.
Okay, sir.
I hope that is helpful.
Yeah. Very helpful, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other question? Any other question, guys? Okay, we have another question. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have people here waiting. Lovely TikTok. Go ahead, please.
Greetings from the universe, sir.
Greetings to you, lovely.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Sir, please, I just want you to talk about more about March 15th. And I don't really know what kind of business that is good for me or...
Okay, so now, like I said, and I'm going to go back to the way I answered the first person's question.
Okay.
The primary career paths for someone who is March 15th is because your nature is the nature of a nurturer. You want to nurture. You want to take care of. So you are looking at businesses that are targeted to homes.
Okay.
You're looking at daycare services. You're looking at
that's what I do.
Nursing. Okay, so you are already, so you see. So now that you know that you are in the right career path for your nature, so you are meant to. So you're not just like any other person running a daycare. You are different from them. So it is a divine nature in you. It's not just work. It's not a duty.
I love it. Yeah.
Thank you. So now you are meant to now begin to sharpen that part of you more, to nurture. So to nurture these children to the point where even when they leave your daycare and they grow, they will never forget you.
Exactly.
So the more you do that, the better you become in your own personal life.
Yeah.
The happier, the more fulfilled, the more prosperous you become in your own life.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
Okay, what about real estate, investing in properties? Is what I do.
Real estate is also good for a 6. Like I said, there is no law that says that because you are a 6, don't do some things. So you bring that nurturing nature into your real estate business and you figure out that you turn your customers to family.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Thank you, sir.
Your customers become family because you nurture. You don't just take their money; you nurture them.
Yes.
All right. Is
Thank
that
you.
helpful?
Yes, sir.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. One more question, sir, please.
Yeah.
I'm finding it difficult to get your book.
No. Just click the link in the bio and send a message to any of the WhatsApp numbers.
The WhatsApp, they are not responding. I've tried.
The two numbers.
No, one of it. I think the other coach, I don't
Yeah.
know. The other man, not you.
The other one is not responding.
Yeah. It's
Okay. Okay. You
because
know what
each
you
time we
do?
click each time we click the WhatsApp, you always go to something coach. I don't know. One name like that.
Oh,
Coach.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. So just try the two numbers. Try the other number.
Okay,
It will
sir.
go.
Okay, thank you. Really appreciate. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Great job.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Macruzi. You're next. Macruzi. Macruzi, go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Macruzi.
Thank you for everything, sir. I kind of understand most of it.
Thank
But
you.
my question is the leadership. You talked about life part one. Like I've
No,
been
no,
hearing.
no. No. It's not life path. It's day of birth. We're going to
Okay,
get to life paths. Today, we dealt with day of birth today, not life path.
okay.
Your day
Though,
of birth is your nature. Your day of birth is your nature.
okay. My
Yes.
question is that you mentioned leadership, and I feel
Yes.
the leadership part of me has been dormant for a long time. Like I'm this humble kind of person, but I feel I have not been in any leadership position for a long time. I don't know why. And you said that it's a natural instinct, isn't it? That you feel it
Yeah.
yourself. But I don't feel
Yeah.
that way. So I want to ask that what can cause it?
Now, the most authentic way to lead is to begin by leading yourself. Leadership begins with leading yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to set personal goals. Let's begin with 30 days personal goals,
Okay,
covering the four most important aspects of your life:
okay,
spiritual goals, health goals, money goals, and relationship goals. I am going to wake up every 6:30 a.m. to exercise. I will wake up every 3 a.m. for 10 minutes to meditate. I am going to develop some financial accountability and intelligence, and I'm going to monitor and track my progress in the next 30 days. I am going to work on improving in my relationships with family and friends, and I'm going to track my progress in the next 30 days. Start by leading yourself. If you can lead yourself for 30 days and you don't disappoint yourself, then the natural proclivity and instinct to lead others will be developed naturally because it's in you already. It's in you.
okay. Thanks so much, sir.
Yes. You're welcome, my brother. Let's have the next person. Olusegun. Go ahead, please. The reason why you don't have to go is because even from the questions, you can learn. From the questions, you can still learn. So go ahead, Olusegun, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Femi.
Good evening, sir.
I my own day of birth and number is clear. The career path being a seeker of knowledge and the likes. However, I have an 8-year-old daughter who happens to love reading a lot and ask questions, interested in so many things at the same time, from sewing to music to this and that. So, for a child that prodigious, I'm beginning to wonder how do won't actually direct her to actually build her in a certain way so that she just doesn't just have a scattered parts. She was born on the 14th of June, so that gives her a number of 5. And that's is that of an adventurer. So how do we get a child of 8 years old?
So she was born on the 14th. So that's the energy of 1 and 4, which makes it 5. So she is a leader. So what makes her an adventurer is leadership and capacity to build. So she wants to build. She wants to lead. She wants to achieve. She wants to do things. She pays attention to details. She likes law and order. She acts like
Yes.
she's older than her age.
Yes.
She can be quite competitive.
Very.
Okay. So now this is a star seed. There are people who are star seeds. It doesn't mean they are superior to other people. This is a child that, as a parent, you must be one thing to this child. And I'm going to write it here. So your evolution will significantly impact her life. So whatever you are doing, this learning process you are doing, everything you are doing, one of the main reasons is because of that girl. Because you are the only one who can be her tour guide. Because if you don't become her tour guide, you are going to leave her to navigate on her own. And when a star seed is left to navigate on their own, it can lead them to excesses, addictions, because there's too much energy, adventurous energy in them. At
Yes.
age, she wants to do a lot of things.
Yes.
So it means there is so you must become her tour guide. She knows a lot, but she needs a guide, and you are meant to be the guide. So part of your mission as a seeker, that you delve into different dimensions of knowledge, is because of your daughter. So all the knowledge, you use them to guide her. That's it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir. All right. Let's have the next person. Oba Ice. Go ahead, please. I promise you that I am going to answer every question on the subscribers only session, and you can also learn from the questions. So,
Hello.
Oba Ice, go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good evening, Oba Ice.
Yes. My question is, I don't know, but I'm expecting. My wife is expecting, or how will I put it? We're expecting a child, and she asked me a question. Now that you are doing all this, your ritual, everything, how are we going to dedicate this child coming? And I answered her that, don't worry, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross. So that's why I'm asking you, sir.
When she said dedicate in the church.
Yes, now the normal level.
Okay, now let me be honest with you. Like the last person I answered this question, I said he must be the tour guide for his daughter, right?
All right.
The number one and the most trusted person to dedicate their child is you, not anybody. First and foremost, the act of laying of hands on the head of a newborn baby is something that people need to pay attention to. I am not saying that you should not invite people to come, but this is the foundational stage of that child's life. And is a very, very risky stage of the child's life. So both of you are meant to come together to monitor that process like hawk, right? So dedicating your child is your sole responsibility. That's why you see the Indians, they will always dedicate their child by themselves. Then they now take the child to a priest. But the priest, whatever the priest is going to do, the parents are going to be there to follow their Hinduism, right? But in your own case, you are taking your child to a person you are not even sure if they are truly a priest, or if, the kind of lifestyle they live.
Yes.
You don't know if... So it's risky. It's
Very
risky. So if
risky.
I'm going to give you a blunt response to this, I would say that you don't need to take your child anywhere for any dedication. There are rituals that you can do for child dedication. I'm going to suggest, so remind me during the next session, and
Okay.
then I am going to tell you some of the rituals that you can do.
All right.
Even
Okay.
from the name of your child. By now, you should start planning the name of the child. You should be prepared for the birth of the child, because your job is to welcome your child to the world and then show them the world. So you are the receptionist and you are the tour guide. So if you can man that process, that you don't allow any external entity or all these people that you don't even know what they do in secret, you become the Lord, the Alpha and Omega of that process. You are protecting your child from vampires and energy harvesters. That's what you're doing. So I'm gonna speak about that on Sunday at 9 p.m.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's have Benedicta. Is your turn, Benedicta?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Benedicta.
Yeah, my date of birth, 29th November. So, and the things you talked about is actually true, but there is one thing that usually get me very, very confused. Anytime I maybe go to different churches, all they keep saying about, say, school education, and fine, yes, I'm very intelligent in that aspect. But I usually find myself loving anything art, because right from little I know how to draw, anything being creative, just anything craft, art. I'm really
1
very,
second.
yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead again, please.
Yeah, my date 29 November,
Yeah?
and most times all the churches I attend they keep saying school education is going to take me far, and the prophecy are always like the same. But personally, I like anything arts, anything crafty. I'm always very good at anything hand making. I'm always very good at it. So that's where my confusion is.
Now, you were born on the 29th, meaning you are a harmony hunter.
Yes, sir.
But you are also a master number 11 by virtue of your day of birth, right?
Yes, sir.
So the meaning of that is that you are also a mystic. So you like mysticism.
Yes.
So you like anything that looks strange.
Very, very.
So you like anything that is abstract. So your art is more like abstract arts.
Yes.
So you want to interpret art ideas in an abstract form. So for somebody like you, do you know what you are meant to do?
What, sir?
You are meant to go into mystical arts.
Yes, sir.
If art is what you are passionate about,
Yes,
because of your numbers,
Yes, sir.
let it be mystical arts. Let me show you an example of a mystical art.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure you can see this. This is a mystical art.
Yes.
This is the inspiration of this art is spirits of warriors from a time long gone. Do they live within us? Spirits of warriors from a time long gone. Do they live on within us? This is an ancestral representation of the 369 vortex. These are the kind of art you should go into based on your numbers.
Yes, sir.
This is a mystical art. This is like a geometric design of the 369 vortex. So it's not just 369. It is sacred geometry. These are the kind of arts that you should go into. But you can't go into these arts if you don't tap into higher dimensions. You must tap into higher. So it means you are not the kind of person that is just drawing.
Yes.
You must connect with your native intelligence so you can tap into the Akashic record. So your arts are speaking to people. Your art is speaking to people. Your art is connecting with people's emotions, with their soul, with their feelings, whatever they are doing. When they see it, they know that, no, this person didn't just draw this. You know, the art I just showed you now, this was drawn by a lady. And she did this in 2 hours.
Wow.
But I'll tell you, she was not normal when she was doing it. She was not here. So those are the kind of arts you should do. And this journey that you are embarking on is and listen, because you are in art can change the world. One of the things that we don't have respect for in Nigeria is arts. Nigerians don't respect arts.
At all.
Nigerians think that entertainment and art are the same. No, they are not the same. Entertainment is entertainment.
Yes.
Art is art. And art is of a higher order than entertainment because art speaks to your soul, entertainment to your body.
Yes.
Now, a society that does not respect art can never grow. Because Nigerians don't want to buy artworks. Artists are like regarded as poor people, right?
Yes.
While musicians who are singing about nonsense, they are rich. Musicians are rich, artists are poor. But you can decide to be a different artist by tapping into your native intelligence and connecting with your Akashic record, infinite intelligence, so that whatever idea comes to you, when people see it, it touches them. Thank you. Mystical art, spiritual art. That's what you are meant to do. So it means that you cannot be too religious. You cannot demonize anything, especially because you are an artist.
Yes, sir.
You can't demonize anything. You know, there is no error in art. Everything is artistic.
Yes.
Yeah, so you and I'm glad that you are part of this community. So I look forward to the magic you're going to make moving forward.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. Let's have Dia. Dia, go ahead, please. This will be the last question for tonight, and then we can...
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Dia.
Yeah, my question is, earlier on while you were teaching, you mentioned that 0 is also a number. So I wanted to expatiate on that because normally I know about 1 to 9, which are like the most basic of the numbers. But you now saying 0 is a number, I would like you to expatiate on that because definitely some people were born like on the 10th, on the 20th, on the 30th, of which that means the power of 1 and 0, 2 and 0, 3 and 0, and so I wanted to please.
Okay, great. Now, there are different types of numerology. There is esoteric numerology, right?
Yes.
Numerology that was divinely given to a person. A dimension of numerology that was given to a person. It's more or less like when someone says, God told me that so thing, you know, an existing system, but God told me something about it. That's esoteric numerology. Now, there is exoteric numerology, which is the popular numerology. Whatever you see on social media is general cliche, exoteric numerology. Now, apart from these two, you have the Pythagorean numerology. The Pythagorean numerology is the numerology system that was discovered by Pythagorean, who was fascinated by numbers. Then you have another numerology called the Chaldean numerology, which is older than the Pythagorean numerology. Now you have the Tamil numerology, which is still practiced by a lot of countries in the Asian, territories. Now you have the Kabbalah numerology. Now, in the Tamil and the Kabbalah numerology, 0 is a number. In science, see, numerology is the study of the spirit behind numbers, is the spirit science behind numbers, right? So, 0 in science is a number because 1 equals 1. In science, 1, 10 is not the same as 1, right? I hope you're with me. So when you add 0 to 1, then 1 becomes 10, yet it is 1. Right? So the meaning of that, remember what Albert Einstein talked about. The 0 point energy. Now, people often say that 8 is the number of infinity. Right? No beginning, no ending. But in some numerology systems, 0 is the number of infinity. Because 0 is the place of nothingness, the place of 0 point energy. And that is the place of creation. It says, what you see was created from what you couldn't see. So everything that we can see was created from nothing. It doesn't mean that nothing is nothing. It simply means that nothing is something you could not see, but it existed in the metaphysical plane. So 0 does not mean that it is nothing. It simply means that you cannot attach a figure to it. It is a place of nothingness. 0 actually in some numerology system is the God number. Because God is the 0 point energy. Because God always wants to prove. The God energy wants to create from nothing. The God energy does not create from the material. It creates from nothing. From the metaphysical structure and plane, and then it now reveals and manifests it in 3D reality. So that's how powerful 0 is. But in the general, exoteric, mainstream numerology, they say 0 is nothing, I hope that is helpful. Dia, are you still there? I think we lost Dia. Okay, let's take the last person. I am fresh. The last person now. I am fresh something. I can't see that name very well.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm a live part one. I'm a network marketer, but I found it very hard to ask people for support or help. I found it very hard, and at the end of the day, I spend more time alone. I find myself lonely. So I want to ask, is it part of the challenges of the life part one, or am I the problem? And if it's part of the challenges of the life part one, is there any solution to that, sir?
You are vibrating the challenging expression of a life path 1. Difficulty to ask for help. You are proving a point to yourself. Can you mute your mic? Can you mute your mic?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You have difficulty asking for help. You don't want to ask for help because your independent nature. 1 is a loner. You want to pursue your purpose alone. You can't do that. People are your greatest assets. You can always ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. See, you move alone, you get results, yeah? But if you move with people, you get better results. Right? So when it comes to the matters of your purpose, you are a network marketer. You cannot be an introvert. Yes, it's okay to be an introvert, yeah? But you must put on a particular personality and character trait for the sake of your business. Because you are a 1, you can also go out there and do things. It's also an energetic masculine number. So what I will say to you is that you should be intentional about building the right network. Go out there and build strategic, mutually beneficial relationships that would add value to you whilst you add value to them. We're going to stop there tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I am Freshie, and thank you so much, guys. And see you on Sunday, 9 p.m. for another. But Ice, you ask the question on Sunday. You can type it in the comment section of the subscriber only platform. Thank you guys. We're going to continue on Sunday with the Life Path Energy Center. The first one is your day of birth, which is your nature. And then the Life Path is another energy center, which is your purpose. You nurture your nature. You pursue your purpose. And we'll go there on Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Thank you for subscribing and remain blessed. Thank you.